Cracking.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We are finally done. For you YouTube guys, we're going to be starting this off right away as the lanes are going to be progressing. Pretty much what happened is in the beginning, we actually got through our draft. Virtus.pro player actually ended up dropping, had some terrible ping, said they need to remake, which is like, great, all good. We'll just talk through the break. And then we had a patch come through. Valve always on top of the perfect times to put through a patch. And so, yeah. We just go ahead, skip the drafting phase this time around. I'm just going to go right into it. Welcome in my co-cast, Mr. Rio Burrows is going to be joining me as well. Rio, you want to give a quick rundown of what we're going to be seeing drafting-wise from both sides?
We're going to be seeing total out aggression from MYM. We're going to be seeing split push, split farm from Virtus.pro, and we'll see if this Dragon Knight plus Undying pick is going to be paying off for them, because I think it's on them too for the early game, taking down these towers, and let the games begin.
Yep, Rune is going to spawn. We got Shadow Shaman's going to be picking up Invis Rune, but has been spotted out by Link, so we shouldn't see anything too big happen here. It looks like we're going to have a slight lane swap. Earlier, we did have the Wisp, or excuse me, the Morphling as well as the support Shadow Shaman going top lane. But they're actually going to switch it up. Try and run Morphling towards the bottom lane. Shadow Shaman. Yep. He's going to be stunned up. I don't think they... Oh, yeah, they got this. Avalanche doing a large amount of damage. Diving in. Should be able to finish off with another right click, and they got him. Despite the fact that they revealed that one. Oh, big ol' Undying comes in through the back. Hits level 2. Pops the tombstone off of this one. And is going to keep on going on NS. NS does have a shackle. Will be able to hold Undying a little bit longer, and they'll get him down before the decay goes off. Undying gets a little greedy with that one. And feeds away himself as well as the tombstone in the process. 2-1 as the 1 minute mark hits.
Well, good break, and then an even better early game action. And yeah, overzealous by the Undying. And he's coming back middle. He's just going to go mess around with the Shadow Shaman in the jungle, I guess. Like I said, this is DK should be getting punished. He's going to have a hard time middle, I feel. But see what happens.
We got some, a tri-lane is now going to be coming on. We have Axe, as well as the two supports, Crit on the Rubik, as well as the Undying, going to be joining up to try and shut down this Morphling nice and early. But again, you talked about it. Dragon Knight is going to be punished dealing with this dual lane. Gets stunned up, but this time not going to be able to dive in just yet. And since he's still working on a bottle, he won't have access to that early amount of regen. Really going in heavy here. Undying actually picks off that courier. Now fighting up against these two heroes. Gets a double decay. Shocked up by that ether shock and will have to leave the tombstone to death. But still great pick off there, killing the courier. And that's going to be down for a good amount of time. Virtus.pro might have just lost their early bottle there for this this middle lane. That is going to be so rough.
Playing so great. Why aren't they diving? Ace dive? I don't know. Illidan's dying. He's dying to the creeps. He's blocked in. He's gonna get another creep script. This should be the death of the Morphling if he attacks this next creep wave. He has no regen right now.
Yeah, he's got a shared tango, but that's still in cooldown for another 5 seconds. And Ace with another battle hunger is going to be putting Illidan super low here. You could already see Illidan actually going for a second level in morph stats, just to make sure that if he is in trouble, will be able to go full strength. Illidan now is going to try and juke into the other side of the jungle, eats through the tree. Ace is going to find Illidan and catches him out with the battle hunger. Now the waveform across. Crit can't get in range of the telekinesis. Now they have to back up. He does have the double damage rune though, and they can go on S and NS maybe, but decides against it so close to the tower. Meanwhile, they did get the kill on the top lane. This Undying is just roaming all over the place. Link goes to the top lane. Middle getting a little bit low. Bottom lane as well, taking a bit of damage. It's just all over the place. But this Undying roams into top lane, able to pick off the Furion.
It's the new tree. Normally that shouldn't happen.
It really should.
But no, it's doing work. It's got the courier. I'm so baffled at the courier kill middle. Yeah. And that was... And then the kill on a Furion when you only have 1 stun. So, really well played by the Undying so far. It's like, how does PPD get him? So at the same time, NS is going to get caught out bottom.
Yeah, there goes the Axe. Yeah, they should have enough here with the Fate Bolt. definitely got it here. Just relying on the right clicks, but in the end, Crit will have to use that extra bit of mana. And that bottle going down for virtus.pro just kills them so badly, because we've seen that the success of Fnatic running this dual lane mid is they get a bottle and then they just spam out mana, because they usually have good rune control. But without that bottle, they don't have that early amount of regen. They can't just harass Ryze out of lane entirely. And with the Undying coming in every once in a while, just providing a little bit of extra pressure, it's going to be a tough lane for them to actually push the advantage against the Dragon Knight.
Yeah, the DK, the weakness of the DK isn't getting punished. He's doing really well. He's only down 8 CS, but he's not actually doing that well. He's 0-1, and he has no assists. So that's kind of weird, even though they got a kill on middle and a nice toss middle. But bottom lane, Illidan.
Illidan running into all of these heroes, going to be held up by the telekinesis. Waveforms himself away, but Undying's going to go for the chase here. Could throw down a tombstone, clear some of these trees, and get vision of Illidan. The rest of his team is not diving with him. Where are they going? They could have just trapped Illidan there, or at least been able to spread out and catch him out a little bit. But
Wisp and Tiny are roaming. They see this.
Yeah, they're going to come across, try and catch out the Undying. If he gets a decay stack here, he got both of them, which should make him tanky enough to be able to live through this. In fact, Jotum takes a good amount of damage there from that one right click. But that's still like 4 heroes rotating to the bottom lane and doesn't end up punishing this bottom trine lane. They did get the deny on the tower as it was already put down to that deny range, so that is 1+ to their roaming combo. But that still leaves the Dragon Knight. That middle lane, he's rather happy. He's soon going to be level 6. That's going to be a big pickup for him. They're going to try and go on him with the combo, but Ryze certainly has enough health, and he also has the invis rune to fall back on.
Now they're getting really aggressive in the jungle. Crit just placed down a ward in the...
Oh god, the Furion ult. They're going to be able to finish off both heroes here. There goes the Shadow Shaman. Crit getting a little bit low. Ace is going to be able to provide interference. Furion comes in. Moonlight Shadow going out. Crit juking around the trees. Well played. Axe now. Ace drawing a little bit of attention to himself. Maybe he can Moonlight Shadow as well. Barely getting out, but it's going to take down soon. It is running out of time now. He has been revealed. He has the health potion, though. And with the Dragon Knight coming in, they should have enough. Maybe with a stun, they could burst down Illidan. He's trying to go to strength more, but is running out of mana rapidly here. The Battle Hunger and a couple of right clicks will seal the deal. And he does go down. Crit is still very, very low, but they're going to guide him outside of this laning phase. Tombstone. One zombie is going to catch our Furion, but not enough for them to pursue. And Crit needs to go home eventually here. I'm surprised he hasn't just run back to the fountain yet, but he should be fine. No Furion is going to dive on him now.
This Axe. They've already got a tower. It was denied, like you said, but he's got the mana boots. We haven't seen this in, I feel like, ever. I wish Nas was here now. I want to know the stats for mana boots being picked up on Axe, because I've never seen it in a long time. And he's got his Blink Dagger, 300. In top lane, being a little bit aggressive here, Link maybe could have gotten the kill on Nature's Prophet.
I feel like if you're going to go mana boots, why don't you go the maxed out Battle Hunger build? Like, well, what's really the point of going mana boots if you're going to be maxing out counter Helix? I would feel like if you're going to go mana boots, you're going to go the more mana intensive build. Dragon Knight going to be copping a little bit of damage here, but again, not enough to kill him. Dragon Knight, he just like, the moment they had that little bit of a clash there with the Undying messing up their bottle, they pretty much ensured that Dragon Knight should never really go down in this middle lane. As long as he has close to max health, he'll never die to the combo.
They had a regeneration rune on Io, so they were able to just easily get all the HP and mana back up. So they were just nuking. Crit's placing more wards. They know they just placed it, so that's going to be de-warded. He should be fine, though. He's not going to get picked off. And, well, not much this Undying can do now. Now that this bottom lane, they're not putting any pressure on this bottom lane anymore. Because they're afraid the Wisp Tiny can roam over, plus you have Furion that could teleport in, so they can't go into the enemy jungle too aggressively.
But maybe they can group up, because we just have a Blink Dagger picked up by the Axe with that kind of initiation, that kind of hold with the Tombstone following it up. That's a really potent combo and is pretty much ensures you're going to be able to burst down any supports. In fact, you're going to see it right now where Ace gets close enough to NS. If he gets just 1, maybe 2 spins, he guarantees the kill here. But NS, he's going to be caught out by the dust now, held in by the shackles. And there goes that zap from Crit, trying to help out his ally, but maybe he's going to fall. Tombstone goes out. That's going to ensure the kill on the Shadow Shaman, and Crit gets away thanks to that invis once again. But Undying tossed up in the air, slammed back down into the ground, and Crit, oh, he couldn't get away. He had his opportunity to try and get out with that Moonlight Shadow, but he didn't take it. And sure enough, you called it, man. The virtus.pro, rotating with that many heroes, ends up catching out MYM, despite the fact that they really have the stronger heroes for this early game. They just don't have the numbers advantage.
They're just too mobile. You can't play that greedy, and they can't kill the Dragon Knight, but they can put a lot of damage on him still.
Yeah, and, you could see Rise just easily soaking up that damage.
Could have killed the Wisp there if you just stunned him.
Yeah.
That was a misplay.
Top tower is under
right.
attack.
You are absolutely right, man. Crit's going to go back into the jungle here, maybe throw down some counter wards. He knows NS doing it. Axe dives into the middle lane here. They're trying to go on G, but he will be able to get back to his tower. Battle Hunger up on the Wisp, but again, it is not maxed out, so not going to be that big of a threat, and Furion just continues his split push. He's already going to have a Hand of Midas here in just a short amount of time. So I have to say, all things considered, virtus.pro definitely making the laning phase going well. Only a 2,000 advantage, gold advantage right now for MYM, and a 1,000 experience advantage. I would say that's respectable for virtus.pro.
I agree. They need to be making a lot more space, though, with this X. And what you're saying with the Battle Hunger, this is one of the games where I think you shouldn't max Battle Hunger, because if you... it's a hard thing. You're not going to get any spins this game, because I don't like... Oh, let's see. He's just feeding now.
They have the relocate in. Yep, this is going to be easy kill for them with the relocate. Now Crit's going to go down as well. Man, easy kills for them. Just unbelievable. They're just feeding away. The same thing happened last time they went into this jungle, as they caught out by 5 heroes making that rotation. With the relocate up, I don't see why they would think virtus.pro wouldn't make that sort of move again.
They really should just pressure top tower or middle. Either one's fine. And they have to have 5 people rotating. They can't have 2 people in the enemy jungle. That's twice now, and that's free jumps for Tiny, free space for this Morphling. He's not going to be going ring, but that's a Midas now for the Prophet. And if you're not snowballing out of control in the early game, MYM is going to be having a rough, long game.
Yeah, just eventually Illidan will get strong enough to start popping heroes, and then you got the Tiny turning into a late game machine. It's going to be rough, man. They really got to start turning it on, because they're giving away some of that gold advantage that they picked up earlier. Crit is smoked up and should have been able to see that ward maybe for half a second, but first they're going to try and get the kill here on Morphling. They get the spin. He's going max agility here. He can't quite get the dunk, and now Illidan will be able to get out because of that. He was so close, but the maxed out strength morph is just too strong for this Axe. Couldn't get enough spins, could not get him low enough to be able to Culling Blade him in time.
That's 3 or 4 ganks now failed in this jungle, and they're just going to keep getting punished if they do this. They need to rotate Dragon Knight. They need to get this tower middle. Get this Bottom into the game. She hasn't done anything. She's got 1 kill, but that was at 3-4 minutes in the game. You're playing a position 1 Mirana against 3 carries, basically, because Furion is semi-carry to carry in this lineup. He's going to be doing a lot of work.
I kind of feel like the typical Linken's build, not really necessary for Morphling here, especially since we don't see like an early Shadow Blade for this Dragon Knight. I don't think he can go that build. But in general, they're going to go in. They get both the Tiny and the Wisp here in this combo. Telekinesis toss back. Doesn't hit the Tiny with that one, but they will still kill the Wisp. Zombies chasing down God. But he will be fine as he gets back to the safety of his tier 1 tower. At the same time, though, this is what we want to see. Towers dropping. They get a pick off, turn it into a tower. This is what they need to start getting that early gold advantage and turn this into a snowball. But they still have a long ways to go, as virtus.pro are still being bought a lot of room with a lot of split pushing happening.
Arzard should see this. Or is that Arzard?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Just making sure. He should have seen this coming. They're off the map, but he's going to get caught out. And this can be another tower going down. So this is not looking too good for VP in their map control. They just lost all of their... Oh,
He jumps in on NS. That's a big squishy hero if he could just be able to finish him off. Gets the another spin, one more. He needs one. Will be able to get the chop in the end. Looks like he's going to dive to the wards. Meanwhile, top lane. Oh, the Wisp getting low. If he can kill him, Relocate's going to go out, but not in time. Rise was able to finish him off, but he's dealing up against 3 heroes. Here comes the Tombstone, though. This is going to be big. He turns around, Flame Breath, the toss onto the Dragon Knight. Finally able to finish him off. Illidan, though, he's running out of mana, but he's still able to keep himself alive as virtus.pro killing off the zombies and killing the big zombie as well. Keeping themselves alive, so it looks like a 3-for-1 exchange there. A great team fight, considering these team fights should not be going well at all for Illidan and its crew, considering their lineup is so mid to late game based.
That was a great buyback, though. And then they had the great initiation. They still have a Arzart's going to go down again.
Yeah, he's just being called up, and he'll be given the axe.
The axe. It's called.
Axe calls you. I love axe.
I would do it, but right now my voice is already tilting, so I don't think I would have heard it anymore.
You're a pansy. You know that?
I am a pansy. All right.
I don't think I've ever heard of a coke. Well, actually, I have.
Bye, Crit.
Goodbye, Crit. Embrace death. Love
Embrace
death.
it.
Death is all there is, at least for you anyway. Ward's gonna be up. He did throw that one down right before he died. He got like some sort of future vision there. He was able to see slightly ahead, just a couple seconds into his future, and saw all those heroes swarming around him, and was like, "Oh,
that's a Radiant Ward, silly goose."
Oh, yeah. Well, that would explain why they knew the Rubik was rounding the corner. I knew that. I was testing you, Rio.
I knew you were testing me.
Yeah,
I was testing you.
You passed the test. Good work. MYM, they're going to do Roshan. This is the dire side. The dire side heroes are doing Roshan right now.
Well,
that's another
the Padawan has surpassed the Master, and we're going to be seeing free Roshan. So they're still in the game. They're 3,000 gold ahead, probably 4,000 after this, and they have Dragon Knight working for his BKB. They have a mech on Axe, so they have all the team fight they need. They have Dragon Form level 2. Now they just need to start finding a way to siege these tier 2 towers, because they haven't lost one tower yet. So it's nice map control for MYM, and well, the only thing I see a problem is the tiny right now.
Yeah, just imagine if they weren't like getting picked off in silly situations at that bottom lane. They would be so far ahead in gold right now, but just every like 1,000 gold that they give up to virtus.pro just means like a little bit extra stats. Every level is just a higher level nuke, a little bit extra damage that ensures trades rather than straight out winning team fights for MYM. They are heading their way towards the top lane. Arrow's going to go out, but not far enough to be able to couch out virtus.pro, who are going to be just simply rotating back. They shouldn't get caught here anyway.
Axe might get caught out bottom if they relocate, or top might get top. Arrow, no, they're fine. Well, Axe needs to worry now because they can always relocate on the bottom. He has a blink dagger, but Furion can maybe chase them. They're just going to go for the split push. They should be able to get this, maybe TPs.
Yeah, one way or another, this movement is going to be able to punish MYM, whether it's picking off a hero or taking down a tower. And it's what we talked about early on in the drafting stage, which you YouTube guys didn't get to watch, but we talked about the fact that virtus.pro had like this really good pick-off potential, and they also have the push to be able to punish you afterwards. So if you do make one bad mistakes, yep, Ace is going to get caught out. The relay cook goes down, and Ace is going to fall here. Moonlight Shadow not going to save him as the Wisp balls collide. A lot of zombies going out here, and it's slowing up Illidan. Arrow won't be able to land, but they do stun him up, trying to burst him down as soon as possible, but the waveform away. Quick teleport. No, we canceled the teleport. Oh, Illidan, what have you done? He's running out of mana too. Stun goes out from the Tiny, but he still has these infested zombies. They are enraged, and they're chasing down that water minion. So he does fall in the end. A 1-for-1 trade, though. An axe for a Morphling. But let's be real here. That should have been just a pick-off there for virtus.pro.
That was a nice rotation by MYM. But when they do that, they still haven't lost their towers. They're doing fine. And that was a weird... Morphling should have gone out. Like you said, that was a weird... I didn't see anything cancel it. I think he canceled it. That was a little bit of misplay. But... Dragon Knight ulti's down, so they're going to have to wait a little bit longer maybe to start pushing. And once he has this BKB, though, this magic damage that's really hurting MYM right now. it's not going to be in effect.
Ace, what does he really do? Because I keep seeing him in some of these side lanes, like trying to split push, but he's just a hero that doesn't really benefit from an extra amount of gold. Like, he picks up Link Dagger. Everything else is very luxury for him. Like, so I'm down with the mech. Great team fight item. But where does he really go from here?
Against this lineup,
Blade Mail, maybe?
Blade Mail's okay-ish.
Yeah.
You don't have enough HP, I think, to sustain, though. A heart isn't too bad. They have too much nukes. They have too much burst. He either needs a pipe or he needs a heart. Nothing else is going to help him. Armor is useless this game, even though you're going against a tiny. But they have too much magic damage. So either that or a BKB. BKB is preferable if... I think BKB is still good on Axe in some cases.
Right. Well, we do have MYM. They're going to be grouping up, trying to address the fact that Illidan is doing this split push, but he's always going to be split pushing. They need to do a little bit more than just defend their towers right now. They just picked up the Maelstrom for Mirana. So they do have a little bit of extra right-click damage. That's what we want to see. I don't think we can wait for a pipe or whatever Ace does choose to go here. BKB was finished up by Ryze. I think that those two items, the damage item coming out from the Mirana and the defensive pickup from Ryze, that's your best hope right now. That is your best option. I think they just hit a power spike. They need to get really aggressive on virtus.pro and start taking down some of these tier 2 towers.
I agree. How much longer? 2 minutes on Roshan.
Relocate to the top lane. Undying's going to go down here. He does get off the tombstone first, but that's just way too much burst damage. He needs a cloak, and he needs it badly. Like, Undying is one of those heroes that it's very, very crucial that you live through the initial amount of burst, because after that, it just means more decay stacks, more healing, a little bit longer on the flesh golem. You never know. Just an extra 100 health can actually keep you alive, and you're very much a snowball hero in these team fights. That if one hero goes down, you get a heal due to Flesh Golem. You stay alive long enough, you're getting more decay stacks and more heals from Soul Rip.
virtus.pro, they're just getting played like a not virtus.pro, MYM, they're getting played like a pinball machine right now. They're getting split up instead of just grouping up and forcing one lane and just letting the Tiny Wisp get a tower. Instead, they're going to give up bottom lane, mid tower is almost dead, and top tower is kind of almost dead. So they're losing a lot of map control just by kiting them around the map instead of just grouping up.
Yeah,
and that's giving a lot of farm.
I would hazard to say that, yeah, look at that gold lead. It isn't quite yet in the favor of virtus.pro, but there's still 2 towers up. The middle tier 1 tower, which is low, and the top tier 1 tower, which is below half. So, and they're going to go straight for it. Going to try and finish off this tier 1 real quick. If necessary, they'll relocate, but it looks like they have enough movement speed to be able to get out. Zombie Man's not going to be able to stop them. Arrow comes in, but just slightly short there in order to catch out God. And a drive-by shooting of a zombie by Wisp. That was cruel.
Poor zombie.
And there goes the
that's a tombstone down. How long is the cooldown? Cooldown 60 seconds. He's got 30 left.
Yeah.
And they're just going to lose another tower. That's 3 towers in the span of a minute. Just imagine, if the Axe didn't get caught out down here during the river, they could have maybe pushed somewhere. But ever since then, looks like MYM don't know what to do. They're just getting split pushed.
They're going to lose another tier 1 tower. The trade-off will be them pushing in middle. But if virtus.pro want to, they can either continue split pushing for more farm and more damage on these buildings, or they can try and defend their tier 2 themselves. Arrow, whoa. God almost ate that one. Link is on his way out. He did see the Tiny making that rotation in. They are going to start pushing into this tier 2, and it doesn't look like they really want to defend it.
NS is dead. Dunked.
Oh, no. I was watching right now, the Morphling's just pushing in this top tower. He's obviously not going to be able to trade, but he will be able to just farm and put, honestly, a good amount of damage. That setting up, especially with the Furion coming in, this is straight trade. Tier 2 for tier 2.
I think they're kind of all in right now.
Oh, God, they are all in.
They are. This is an all-in base race right here, boys.
Jesus.
They can even relocate top if they want to.
My God, 23 minutes in. Base race is already occurring. virtus.pro they have a relocate, like you said, to either go top or go into this middle lane and try and defend it. Either way, I think they're splitting their focus way too much. They need to be addressing this because they're going to lose their racks. And MYM, they're going to be able to be back in time. Oh, NS, good play. He blinked in, stopped that teleport away. Racks are now being beat on. They do have the teleports going in top. They're going to lose their ranged racks. And it looks like MYM, they're pinging tier 4s, man. What the hell? They're going to go for tier 4s. This is not going to work.
Game 5 all over again.
No. This is not Na'Vi versus Alliance. This is Na'Vi versus Bob's trash team. This is them losing 2 sets of racks, and they can't even do tier 4s. Like literally, the tier 4s can defend themselves at this point in time. MYM, major blunder. What an all-in. They take the mid set of racks in exchange for losing both their side lane racks, along with including 2 tier 2s and 2 tier 3s. That is a huge influx of gold for Virtus.pro.
I think they should have did that 4 minutes ago. Not
all
then.
In?
And then, no, well, not all in. Go for the tier 2 middle and then see where you're at on the position.
Right.
But Link's
good
dead.
dodge. Yeah, Arzart was able to dodge that arrow. It results in the kill. Crit, all right. What's the... No! Gets it with the Ether Shock that he stole earlier. Jawed him. Whoa. Still following. Crit trying to teleport away.
Dead.
Hex!
Crit's dead.
Oh!
He got X still.
He got hexed?
Yeah.
He got hexed inside the fountain?
Mm-hmm.
Ridiculous.
Redonkulous.
I hate it when that sort of thing happens to me.
I bet it happens all the time. She's got a low APM. Oh, wait. Was I mean there? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Cap. Don't hate me. Please. No.
It's already over. It's over. I'm shutting you down right now. This will now be a solo cast. Tier 2 is going to get low here. Virtus.pro pushing in. Honestly, I like, how do you come back from such a major error like that? Crit, he's going to get popped. Like, not only is it just, like, bad, like, the result is obviously very, very bad for MYM, but just, like the demoralizing thing of, like, oh, God, what did we just do? Like, how do you actually just, like, rally up against that and go, no, guys, we still got this, despite the fact we just traded 2 sets of racks for 1. Willingly. Like, they full on had plenty of time to be able to stop whatever was happening, and they just embraced it. Illidan, he jumped in pretty aggressively here. They might be able to chain stun him long enough to be able to get the Culling Blade. Ace takes him down, but at the same time, Tiny was able to finish off that Dragonite and positioning himself. He wants more, man. He's got an Aghanim, he's got a Manta, it's soon going to be an AC. His farm just exploded after they went in for that push. Morphling did the same. He's got a link in, soon to be a Ethereal Blade. Mech was finished up on Jodam, has another 1,500 gold. Arzard, he has Necronomicon, Maelstrom, as well as a Force Staff. And we'll have Necro Book 2 in a short amount of time.
Man, you weren't kidding about the solo cast. Jeez, I can't even say anything now. I was like, nothing. I'll just talk about how they had the, yeah, they just squandered their lead early on. They had a chance, and it was a little opportunity, a little window, and right now, once you have the split push upon you and you're in your base, you're never going to come back from that, it feels like, when you're dealing with a Furion plus Tiny.
It takes a serious error from Virtus.pro. Maybe that error is trying to do Roshan. But with the wards and all the physical damage, looks like they're going to take it and crit. And the rest of his boys are not responding in time. The giant chicken will be slain. Aegis goes the way of God, and he's goddamn immortal. Relocate in. They're going to come in right into this tombstone, though. But already, one support is down. They're going to move on to the next one. Undying, getting low. Big old tree smashing him in the face. Gets a little bit extra soul rip action. Chops on the Wisp. But it's now God in the middle of all these heroes being stunned up, but he's so damn tanky. On top of that, he still has the Aegis. Morphling's trying to go to town on some of these heroes. Pops that Ghost Scepter, dodge a little bit of extra damage. Rise is going to die. Link getting low as well. He has to toss up in just a couple of seconds. Maybe he could toss the Morphling. Toss the Morphling arrow. Oh, the Aegis goes down, but we still get Illidan with a great play there with the replicate. Jumps to it. Hits his nuke as well as the waveform, and that looking to be GG. MYM, sure enough, Crit is going to call it, as one silly mistake is all it took to pretty much end the game for them. There was just no way, like you said, once you were down that much, there was no way you were going to be able to come back. 2 racks down with the team having way superior split push and way superior late game. No, there's absolutely no way. So MYM, big blunder here in Game 1 up against virtus.pro. So virtus.pro now taking an early lead, 1-0. This is a 2-game series, so we will move on to our last game of the night in just a couple minutes. We'll be back after the break.